So in this video, we're pretty much going to be going over how to use TradingView, which is my favorite platform. So the ticker is pretty much what chart you're going to be looking at. So I'm going to be going XAU USD, and over here you have all the different servers for gold. So I'm actually just going to click on a random server here for the purposes of the video, and we're going to pretty much press on full featured chart. Now this chart should be blank, but down here I do have my RSI indicator, which you could add your indicators up here. So my settings for the moving averages, EMA is going to be 10, MA is going to be 20, close, right? They're both going to be close. So simply just click on indicators, type in moving, and then you're going to add the moving average exponential and moving average, and here are my settings. So the EMA 10 is blue, MA 20 red, right? I have a couple other indicators here, but that doesn't matter too much. What you can also do if you want to add the RSI, simply go here, RSI, and then click on relative strength index. Now for the RSI settings, you are going to have to change it. Simply go to right click settings and just copy my settings. So the upper band is going to be 80, the lower band is going to be 20, and it's going to be blue and red, and then the length is going to be 7. The main reason we do 80-20 is because I like to look for extreme levels of overbought and oversold conditions, so we can look for RSI divergence, right? But anyways, pretty much here you could look for just kind of templates here, but I wouldn't recommend you do that. Now you can just go to settings, right click, go to settings, and change the colors to pretty much what you want. You can copy my colors if you would like as well. These are the rest of my settings, so you could just pause the video and kind of input my settings there. But anyways, now we're actually going to go over everything else. So pretty much if you select this arrow, you'll see all the time frames you could use. So you could use the range bars, you could go to the days. So typically here you have the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the hour, the 30 minute, the 15, the 5, and the 1. I don't know why the 1 minute is selected there, but what you want to do is pretty much press the favorites on the ones we're typically going to use. So every single star that I have selected is the time frames you're going to select to be your favorites, and they'll pop up on the bar up here. Now if you click on this, you can go to the candles and change the actual chart or the candlesticks themselves along with the charts, which typically we're mainly only going to use the candlestick charts. Now down here we have, over here we have our favorite drawing tools. So over here you're going to find your lines, typically your trend lines, your horizontal lines, and your arrows. We're mainly only going to be using the trend line, the horizontal line, and the arrows. You can play around with these. All you simply have to do is select them, and if you want to draw like an area of support, then okay, we have area of support here, right? So if you want to draw it like in the median, okay, we have support overall right here, right? So now over here we're going to have our fib tools. So again, we're going to favorite the Fibonacci retracement and the Fibonacci trend extension. So once you click on the tool, you have to pretty much select your 2 points, your point A and your point B. And then obviously over here you can scroll through your time frames, right? Up top. Then over here you have a couple other drawing tools. So here you have your rectangles. So typically we're going to be using the rectangles to draw more or less zones. Some people prefer to use the lines. You could draw zones with support and resistance. So one person will pretty much have like a random line here. Another person may actually have, a zone drawn out instead, right? Me personally, I like to use zones because you have to think of support and resistance as zones, which you'll learn what that is later on throughout the course. Now you can also use eclipse as well. What I like to use eclipse for is to mark out like the crosses of the moving averages like this, right? Now we can go to text. So pretty much this is where you're gonna add text. If you just want to put notes on something on a specific price, you could drag this and move this around. Over here I don't really use this at all. This is more or less like for like patterns, you could say, right? So if you want to draw like a head and shoulders pattern, you can. I don't use that those tools much, but you definitely can. I'm actually gonna go to the hour time frame here, right? You definitely can. This is mainly for like to just draw out random points, random patterns. I don't use this at all. Over here you'll find other helpful tools such as your risk to reward ratios here, so a long and short position. So what's cool about this tool, will also tell you the risk to reward ratio as well. So you could simply just drag this to set your take profit, right? So anything in green will be your take profit, anything in red is going to be your risk. It's a fairly simple concept. Over here we have where we can measure our pips. So if you click on this ruler, you could simply go to here and see that, okay, price moved 200 pips on gold, right? So now over here, I haven't really played around with this all too much, and more just like symbols. I haven't really used that a lot, but a great feature is when you're going to start backtesting, simply click replay. You do have to pay for TradingView to get this. Simply click replay, press anywhere you want on the charts, and it's almost like you're trading live. So if you're backtesting a system, right, you would use a short position. Let's say your entry was here, your stops are up here, your targets are down here. You verified this is going to give you at least 2 times your risk. You can simply just click play and move the speed of the candlesticks and how they form as well. So as you could see that as well. And then you can actually take a screenshot of that and then save this into your backtesting log. So if you want to exit this mode, just simply click on the X. Now again, you have to familiarize yourself with the actual website. So again, click on all the tools, pretty much point them out. If you want to copy my fib settings, here they are. You could pause the video and copy that, right? So, familiarize yourself with the website and then move on from there. It's fairly simple. You're going to be using this website a lot. This is where we mainly draw out our charts, right? So it's fairly simple concept. Again, we have our favorite tools. I like to have them down here, right? And then you could go to a previous date over here, down here as well. So let's say I want to go to 2018, exactly today. We can go a year in the past and it'll show us. So this was exactly a year ago what gold was doing, right? And then you could just kind of zoom out and then go back to where you previously were, which is pretty cool too, that they allow you to do that. So I will pretty much talk to everybody within the videos that are coming up. Again, go to the website, sign up, and familiarize yourself with the actual website.